All right, boys and girls, we're going to practice what you're going to be doing when we do flipped classroom homework here in my class. So we're going to be practicing with social studies, but tonight's homework you are going to be doing math. But they both have similar features. So for example, normally in class, I would give you your notes and we would go over the answers to the notes together and I would demonstrate on the board in a small group. Now you're going to watch this video as you take the notes and I do the notes here on the video at home. What this allows me to do is it allows us to work in class on the actual skill and practicing the skill with me helping as opposed to practicing it more at home. So we're going to start trying this out with some social studies notes. So today we're going to be learning about what is the Panama Canal. So a possible answer for question number 1 after reading our textbook like we should have done yesterday and for homework is that the Panama Canal is a canal in Panama, which is in South America, that connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. So it's illustrated right here on our notes, and I really want to make sure that we take some notes about how important it is that we were able to connect two oceans. So if we're looking here at this map, this is a very thin piece of land that's connecting North America to South America. However, imagine if ships were able to pass through, like you can see right here in this image. If ships were able to pass through, that meant that ships no longer needed to go all the way down south underneath South America to come up to the other side of America in California, the West Coast. So we figured out if we were able to build a canal somewhere in this very small isthmus, it was going to cut off all of this time that it was taking ships to go all the way down south or to travel through the small rivers that would eventually connect in America. So now we're going to be answering question number 2. And we want to figure out what obstacles did the U.S. have to overcome before the Panama Canal was built. Now this answer is going to be much more difficult for us to come up with than number 1 was. So we talked about in class on Tuesday how we wanted to continue and build our empire. And we had pretty much expanded all the way west between the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. We had even gone as far north as Alaska, and we had even gone out into the Caribbean Sea, not the Caribbean Sea, out in the Pacific Ocean for Hawaii. But we still wanted more land. And we knew that some countries were weak, and we eventually went to war with Spain in the Spanish-American War that helped us gain some territories like Guam and the Philippines. So in order for us to overcome the fact that we didn't own this land, we had to do something about that. And since America is always very sly, here is what we realized. The country of Colombia had control of the province of Panama. So essentially this land connecting Central America, South America, right there in that country of Panama, it was basically a colony of Colombia. So, like the United States does, we needed permission to build the canal through the province. When Colombia denied permission to the United States, the U.S. government convinced Panama to seek its independence from Colombia. So now we have this brand new country of Panama who has fought their way to independence from Colombia. Well, this is a very brand new nation, just like we were in 1776. And so, being a powerful country like America, we told them, you really do need some form of income. You guys need, some money to help get you started. So we will take this very small area of land right here in this isthmus and the country of Panama did agree. So, to sum up, we bought the land for $10 million from the newly independent Panama. So now what I want you to do is you're going to get on your Google Classroom and you're going to answer the 5 true or false questions that follow this assignment. This is going to help me to know if you understand how and why the Panama Canal was created. Keep in mind, with the ships not having to travel as far to get over to our west coast, we were going to save a lot of money because we were going to be able to travel through this isthmus. So this really helped our economy in regards to importing and exporting different types of material and the money that we were able to save from not having to travel quite as far for these materials to be shipped. So now you're going to go answer those true or false questions on Google Classroom to gauge how much you learned. After you answer the question, it's going to tell you what level you are, and it will tell you what level activity to do that is attached below in Google Classroom.